Are you a life coach who's looking for the perfect niche for your life coaching business or life coaching practice so that you can go out there and help a lot of people in that niche with the problems that they have and ultimately have a successful six-figure life coaching practice? Don't worry, I got you covered in this video.
We all win when we all win. We all win when we all win.
Hey there, my friend. I'm Super Sid, the Marketing Shaman, and I help life coaches and healers make their first or next 100K with profitable presentations. And today we're going to be breaking down how do you pick your life coaching niche that is going to help build the foundation for your life coaching business and practice so that you can go out there and be a successful life coach and healer making six figures a year. We're going to be breaking down the 3 steps that you need to follow so that you can go out there and pick the proper niche, the right niche specifically for you so you can go out there and be that successful coach. But before we get started, I got to bring in something. Oh, jeez. Man, that happens every single time I bring out this massive notepad. But anyway, find your life coaching niche. And the first place that we need to start with this is what we classify as our 3 core markets. Or I actually did that backwards. Our 3 core markets, right? So understanding that our niche as a life coach is going to fall right into 3 core markets, right, that are in the marketplace. So the first one that our niche is going to fall into could be in what we classify as health. Okay, so it's going to be in regards to something to do with health, right? The next one is going to be the next, core market that your niche could be found in is what we classify as wealth. Okay, so you got health, right? Healthy, making people feel more healthy, feel better. You got wealth, right? Helping people with money, helping people feel more wealthy, helping people feel better around money. And then last, and certainly not least, in the last of the 3 core markets that we want to make sure we're looking and finding our niche in is going to be in relationships, okay? So these here are the 3 core markets that we want to continually be looking, right, for our life coaching niche in either health, wealth, or relationships, because this specifically is going to be where the problems and the marketplaces are held for our specific niche. So we want to make sure, are you helping someone with their health? Are you helping them with their wealth? Are you helping them with their relationships? Once we get that figured out, then we can take the next step into the next piece of figuring out our best niche as a life coach or healer. All right, so now that we understand the 3 core markets of where our niche is going to sit in, let's talk about specifically choosing your sub-markets that you can go out there and start identifying who inside those sub-markets that we're wanting to help. So I drew one of the big circles out here, and what we're going to do is we are going to choose relationships, okay? So we are going to choose the market relationships. Now, inside relationships, right, there's going to be a lot of sub-markets inside that core market that we could then go and choose from. So one of those might be like, parents' relationships, it might be, in regards to parents, right, and children. It could be in regards to brothers and sisters, right, siblings. It could be relationships in regard to work-related, or workplace, employee relationships or employer relationships, something like that, right? It could be a relationship that you have with your spouse, with your friendships, your mindset around relationships. And as you can see, I can just go on and on, but basically what you're looking here, right, well, this one mainly, your mindset, so this would basically be you. But what you're seeing here is I'm identifying a bunch of different marketplaces inside this main, right, market of relationships, and basically a lot of these things are going to be, specific types of relationships inside that sub-market. So, I know it's going to be relationships. Maybe my niche is going to be related to around the relationships around parents and children. And that's the one that we're going to choose when we move into right now choosing the niche, which is going to help us lead into the problem that we're going to be able to solve. So ultimately, we're going to choose parents and children, and then we're going to go into this next step, which is in choosing the niche and beginning to identify the problem that we solve. All right, so we're back here now, and we've identified, specifically relationships as the core market, and then we went in, and from relationships, we picked the sub-market of parents and children, having better relationships. So now what we do is, in regards to our niche, now what we do is we are now going to find the specific problem inside that sub-market that we are going to solve. That becomes our niche. So maybe it's the relationship between parents and children and helping their children listen to their parents. So maybe it has to do with listening or obeying, or obedience, right? Maybe it has to do with them loving each other more, spending more time together, right? So these are like problems or things that could be happening inside this sub-market, right? Maybe it has, to do with, maybe it has to do with, the relationship that you all have in regards to, how much that you talk to each other, right? So maybe you want to, basically just have more of a better relationship through being able to consistently communicate, right? Communication. So now you can look at like these specific things, and then what we're identifying in these niches might be specific problems inside this niche. So maybe they're not listening. So you're going to help, children, you're going to help parents discipline, discover how to discipline their children better, right? So the problem then becomes, okay, parents don't know how to discipline their children, right? The solution is you're going to help them with your, with your special system on being able to, discipline their children better. Maybe it has something to do with, if you go into this one here with spend more time, maybe it has, you're a coach inside this niche who is going to help them get better relationships with parents and children, because you're going to basically be helping them organize their time better, right? So that parents have the time available so they don't feel stressed out about money or stressed out about, spending, whatever it might be, and they actually look forward to spending more time with their family and with their children. Maybe it has to do with communication, because we all know that there are parents and there are children that don't know how to communicate. So maybe it has with just putting together, maybe you're going to help them put together, a disciplinary plan or a communication plan around how they are going to properly communicate to better their relationship. Now, obviously, these are very, very, I made these up off the top of my head, right? But you can kind of see where we're going. We're breaking it down. I think a lot of times when people look at the niche, they keep it at the core. And a lot of people, I'd say probably over 90% of people, get stuck in the sub-market. The niche actually becomes one step beyond the sub-market, and where the niche comes into play is figuring out the specific problems that are happening in that sub-market, and then giving you the opportunity inside that sub-market, inside that problem, to create a solution for you to be able to help. This is going to help you become omnipresent, be seen everywhere as the person inside this niche, right, who has the solution to be able to fix this problem. Are you a life coach who's looking to discover your perfect niche so that you can go and build the foundation of building your six-figure life coaching business, but you don't really know exactly where to get started? Well, I just came out with a new PDF of the 10 hottest life coaching niches available right now, that people who are having the most success in these 10 niches right now. I got a free copy of this PDF that you can grab down here in the description. Just click that link down below and grab your copy of this free PDF of the 10 hottest life coaching niches happening right now. And don't forget, we all win when we all win. I choose to win today, and I hope you choose to win by clicking that link below and grabbing your free PDF of the 10 hottest niches in the life coaching industry right now. We'll see you on the next video.